Hey there, Mark Bilgier with Bilgier Insurance. I wanted to just make a quick video to talk about one of the Medicare topics that's getting a lot of press lately, and that's Medicare Advantage plans. There's been a lot of talk about Medicare Advantage plans not living up to their promises or paying the things that people are expecting. Well, I wanted to share a personal story with you to kind of explain how that's supposed to happen. And then stay tuned for at the end, I'll give you some advice on how you can pick the best Medicare options for you. In 2022, my mother-in-law had a massive heart attack. At the emergency room, they determined that her arteries were almost completely blocked, and the only hope was emergency open heart surgery. So off to surgery she went. After a few hours in there, she was then transferred to the intensive care unit and placed on life support. At that time, Charlotte was on an Advantage plan. That Advantage plan had a set copay for being an inpatient in the hospital and a maximum out-of-pocket that was about $4,000. Several hours later, while she was still in intensive care, it was determined that Charlotte was not going to wake up. So my wife and her dad had to make the difficult decision to remove her from life support. As you can imagine, we had no warning and no chance to say goodbye. So that was devastating to our family. The only thing that's going to make this any worse is getting a bill for the emergency room visit, emergency open heart surgery, and hours in the intensive care unit. When we got the bill a few weeks later, at first, I really thought it could have been a mistake. That bill was just under $191,000. However, in this case, we're going to see how an Advantage plan lived up to its promise and did what they said they would do. Here's the bill. As you can see, the total charges were just over $190,000 for the one day that Charlotte was in the hospital. After adjustments in the insurance payments, our portion of the bill was $250, exactly what the Advantage plan said her copay for one day in the hospital would be, $250. Not even near the $4,000 max out of pocket. She was in the hospital for one day, and we paid $250 for all the effort that had gone into trying to save her. Unfortunately, not able to. In this case, that Advantage plan did exactly what we expected and exactly what they said. So that brings me to a little bit of advice about what you should do when it's time to pick your Advantage plan or your Medicare plan. Number one, when somebody tells you that a certain type of plan or certain product is all bad and you should stay away from it and they have no redeeming value, ignore that person. On the flip side, when someone tells you that their plan is all good, it's the best one, and you should never consider anything else, ignore that person. Go find an independent broker that has multiple products with multiple carriers, and then make sure they take the time to sit with you and understand your situation. There's no product that's right for everyone. There's too many variables that go into your decision when you are picking Medicare plans or enrolling in Medicare for the first time especially. So that's another story about how Medicare works in real life for real people. If you'd like to see more, stay tuned because I have them.